Also saw Rat play with his teammate Draku on the team of Sandals, which we saw them play in
We actually saw both of these
well.
guys in Sacrifice, but now obviously back to that 1v1, no team here kind of situation. But it looks like both of them have opted to go for Clutch, which is... Actually, they've got the exact same team.
So they've both gone in with Anarchy first. Looks like Witchl's actually smelt blood immediately. And Rat goes down, forced down to his two chunky champions already. This is pretty much one end of the seesaw to the other. On one end, you've got squishy little Anarchy, and on the other end, you've got two big chunky monkeys.
But now you've got big scary Clutch. You're going in for the kill. I think so. The barrier, though, being such a versatile ability, we see it used all the time.
Clutch definitely a champion that can keep up with the speed of Anarchy. His air dodge allowing him to go so fast, forcing out that shield wall, really just giving him that space to work with, that breathing room to run away. However, that's only going to last so long. When it runs out, it's gone for 30 seconds.
Not quite an unforgiving cooldown. Maybe something you have to manage, but Rat... Oh, there we go! The big body of the big red robot. Already starting to bite him in the bum as he goes down straight away.
Well, now Rat's down to Sorlag, final champion, but Anarchy with that rail, with that rocket, super stacked on both health and armor. All he really has to do is just pick Rat off from distance of the stage. Don't even give Sorlag that effective range that she needs.
Now, we actually saw this quite a lot from Witchl, the Clutch and Anarchy together, but whereas, someone like Agent will start with Clutch and just try, really get that aggression up straight away. Witchl always seems to start with Anarchy and then go to Clutch as like a backup after that.
Well, I think it's a difference in style, right? Like when Agent goes in with Clutch, he clearly has one game plan in mind, and that's to go Clutch first and to just bully you into all three champions. And he almost has like that OCV in mind, that one character victory. Now with Witchl, switching it a little bit. Now he's gone Clutch first instead.
Indeed, you can see that speed he's covering already. We know that Rat just went down to pick up heavy armor, but at the same time, Mega Health Clutch. This guy has a massive amount of health and armor overall.
Just how fast this champion can fly around the map. Going in with the shield wall, being aggressive, trying to soak up those rockets, still with loads of health left to work with. Actually kind of surprised to see him not chase it down. Then again, I guess the shield was almost up. Maybe he didn't want to take too much unnecessary damage.
He just wanted to get that Mega Health too. Maybe, don't commit too hard now. Just get Mega Health first. Heavy armor coming out. This is going to be a good situation for Witchl just to contest and not let him get it. He has the big... Oh, he gets it anyway!
That was a great situation for Rat if he can just finish it, but with still 80 health left. Actually, no! Look at his health, actually. He can't fight that at all. What am I talking about?
And we'll top himself back up again. Very low, though. A little bit of armor. Oh, the rail.
No, the shield wall.
Be it.
He's got the rocket launcher to bully, and he does indeed. If you can land a rail and then shield wall with a rocket, that is so hard to recover from on the receiving end. And now we have that Clutch mirror match. Let's see who comes off better in this exchange.
Oh, he was weighing down for him. We know this heavy armor is going to be that popular contested point, but it's going to be heavy armor versus Mega Health. They're going to take this fight. And it looks like Rat's just trying to get out of this one.
Heads him off. Takes he can't fight that at all. There was nothing he could do to stop
with no barrier too. That was just a sitting duck waiting to get railed. And speaking of which, Sorlag comes out to play.
Going in with the shield wall, we see him very aggressive again and again. Rat just can't survive. Clutch in his natural habitat. How about that?
Indeed, he do. But very, very strong first two rounds. So starting off with Anarchy and Clutch, both of them going convincingly in the side of Witchl. Who do you think he's going to start with this time? Because clearly it doesn't really matter. So Sorlag, he's playing the board. He's stopping every time.
Why not just go with all three? Let's mix it up some.
Hey man, but if he wins this map, he's just shown Rat that I can OCV with every champion. If he does the same thing now,
that'll be a message. That'll definitely be a message. See who can get that burst of momentum first. Normally, you so frequently see Anarchy be the bully of the match. Right now, though, we know he's over there.
Yeah, he was able to sneak by. I don't know if he saw him. Oh, he's got the rocket out, though. But still, that sheer level of health he has. Sorlag, he smells Blaze going in for it. He has the acid.
I mean, if he goes in...
heavy armor available. That's a free kill. Rat goes down straight away.
I think Rat acknowledged that he couldn't go for the heavy armor there because it was way too obvious that Witchl was going to establish that acid on the ground. 100 damage immediately though, but look at the amount of armor that Witchl has. Can Rat do it? He just needs to get 60 or more damage, but he himself is so weak. Oh no!
Oh, the prediction! Not even just down to the positioning, the timing. That single rocket right as Rat comes out of the other side. Absolutely outplayed.
Now, if Rat wants to make a comeback here, he needs to get his weapons on deck, but no doubt Witchl's going to make that really difficult for him.
There's the barrier spot, the aggression comes out. Oh, but the asset hit him, it's ticking down. Barrier's going to be running out.
Normally that would tickle Clutch, but with this little health going in with the LG, there was nothing he can do, and that was a fast map.
It was indeed. I don't think it's... We've had quite a fast single map by itself so far, but Witchl all coming down to... I mean, we legitimately cannot just pick out one champion there. He just did that with all three of them.
I think that's quite scary to be on the receiving end of, because you've just been told that you can lose against your opponent who is using all three of his champions back-to-back. So, no doubt, we will 100% see a map change here. Clearly, Rat does not... Hard to kill, even though she's weak.
We've already seen just how dangerous Clutch can be versus Nyx. So, you have to be careful. But starting off with that Anarchy mirror, like we are used to seeing by now, and Anarchy is on that lineup.
Now, Rat off to a flying start in terms of just moving around this map. Both pickups down for quite a while. See, it was such a dominant map number one for Witchl. Is Blood Run enough? Another big fight coming down, gets a really big rocket on Witchl, but he's got so much health.
Having that kind of... Oh no! How about that? I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? When you've got that 1v1 when you're just pelting rockets at each other, and you know how squishy your character is against each other, and you realize that one rocket can make all the difference, and then that happens. Rat once again already down a champion. Witchl looking very unchallenged at the moment.
He used the acid spit really early as well, so he's not going to have that for quite a while.
Oh, he didn't go for the rail at the last minute. Hesitated. Rat picking a little bit of health himself. Oh, heavy armor's coming up any second now, but he has to be very careful because if he gets cornered against the wall, he will die, but a combo kill from Witchl. Wow.
It's not only the fact that he's lost two champions, but he's now not going to have the chance to get mega health or the heavy armor. So he's just going to be down to his defaults. Again, really slow-paced in the middle. At this stage, Witchl, there's plenty of the round left. You know, playing defensive is going to be more a matter of thinking just being as careful as possible.
Oh my goodness.
That was just a head-on collision right there.
And then suddenly, he appeared.
And they died.
One round though, I mean, again, just quite quick. I mean, Witchl just looking really just comfortable. Just there's no other word for it. You know, he is ready to play this time. He's gone to Clutch. Is he just going to cycle through his champions every single round?
Potentially. I mean, maybe have a mixed round.
Chasing with that rail.
He's got 85 health. He can tank one more until now he can't. Hasn't got the armor. All the health. Oh, bear in mind though, Witchl gonna really laugh in the face of that one. Look at how much health and armor he has left. You know, on the side of Anarchy, not very much to go at all. Mega health going to be the first one up soon, but heavy armor is going to be about just after. See, getting that mega health very important. You can just hear though just how loud Clutch is when he's moving around. You can hear him a mile away. He is very noisy, very distinct sound effect as well. Oh, he's teleported behind him, but doesn't get the rocket. If that was just a little bit earlier, maybe he would have headed him off, but. The thing is on this map too, Anarchy is going to have the space to essentially outrun that shield wall. 100 damage, shield wall comes through, but Witchl... Rat
damage ending up, forces the injection. Oh, a little bit of self-damage unfortunately, but goes straight back into the mega health. This could be good, there we go, and Witchl loses his first champion with some well-placed rockets from Rat.
Yeah, that was really nice rocket placement there. Witchl going on to Anarchy immediately. Headed him off. Both got rockets though, forcing the injection, but again, getting taken out. And Rat is now back in it.
Much stronger round overall for Rat. He's starting to land some of these shots now, finally finds himself a big advantage. He's going in for it. Can he get his return? OCV, he does! That one champion victory by himself ties map number 2 up, one apiece.
Very well played. Absolutely. Very, very well
I think
played.
Witchl was getting a little bit too overconfident there, you know, when he realized that, you know, Anarchy still had access to that mega health and he still chased him down with no barrier. Almost being a little bit too confident.
Might have been confident he just got some, like, maybe some mid-air rockets or some almost direct just to get the sheer damage out there. But on the flip side, while going in, he himself took a couple of 100 damage rockets there. So, I mean, like, almost a bit more damage than I think he'd bargained for. Bear in mind, this time around, both players sticking with the Anarchy. Witchl, though, changing back to Anarchy.
Say that's the thing there. And Witchl going back to the champion that he won so convincingly on the first round, though, but he has got caught out a little bit here.
He's caught him in a terrible position, getting rid of the injection, though, so Witchl's still alive, but no more injection for a very long time.
Oh, catches the rocket. It's not going to be quite enough. Oh, no! Somehow, Witchl is still able to take the first frag, despite being so down on health and armor.
That second rocket just failed to connect and did no damage. That gap in between the two rockets that connected was all the gap Witchl needed to get the frag on his own side.
Oh, he's going to walk straight into a rocket this time. Who does he go with here? Is it going to be Clutch? Yes, it is.
Sorlag versus Clutch. The one thing she will be able to do is sort of deny the shield wall ever so slightly with the ground acid, but it will only tick 10. Hang on, here comes Witchl. He's popped the shield wall, and when he does it, it's for one reason and one reason only. He's going in, but can he survive? He's taking so much damage. That did not work out at all.
Rat missed that Clutch rail. That could have been the end of Clutch, but unfortunately for him, he is still standing and probably very angry with how that panned out.
Yeah, missing a last-minute rail against someone as big as Clutch can be really heartbreaking, especially now seeing as it's just not working out too well. Rat now, on the flip side, could go down instead. That was such a good situation for him too.
He was able to get the mega health. Witchl was chasing it. He's dove behind. Another pickup goes his way, but he smells blood. He's continuing this.
It's quite brave because the health is relatively even. Neither of them have armor. I spoke too soon. He just picked up the heavy armor. He's going in now. 20 health left. Rat is in trouble.
You can see, no, Witchl went straight to where the other side was.
You just see that he's flying around. He's looking for him. He's on the hunt.
Teleport to get him out of danger, though. Picks up a couple of health packs. Do quite enough here. There we go, some armor. Rat able to replenish himself a bit better now. Mega health is up. Heavy armor going to be soon to follow. There he picks it up. Witchl, I mean, just look at that life bar. Look at how chunky this
just got bigger.
Machine.
Just got that heavy armor too. And it's going to be halfway through. Both players down one champion.
Oh, he spotted him. Meager 6 damage though. That's not going to be enough to deter him.
Yeah, very minimal. Oh, nice rail.
That's more like it. Follow up. That's 60 damage though, because he is Clutch. Standing still, he takes less damage, but Witchl lands on him like a ton of bricks. And Rat down to his final champion in Nyx. Now we've already seen how miserable this matchup can be if the Clutch is playing on point.
Yeah, one of the things Clutch does is that when he has his shield activated, he is actually able to see Nyx while she's in ghost mode. So very often you'll actually see the Clutch wait. They'll hold the shield wall for when Nyx activates her invisibility, and then they pop it.
He's setting the trap.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes.
Oh, point blank! Oh, no.
That, by the way, that was 2 point blank. One that was point blank and did 100, and the second one was mid-air. That was just destruction.
He was just so confident he was going to be there, and he was bang on the money and brings himself to a match point of moving on in this series. Wow. After the last round was looking so good as well for Rat. They're still able to just bring it together. I mean, Clutch definitely like his most comfortable champion, but overall, Anarchy, you know, just being such that good first champion pick, just looks like really confident across the board.
We're still trying to really hold control of that middle area again. Said this earlier in the series, but so many important items lie within the middle of this map. Tries to get a point blank shotgun, but rocket launcher doing even more damage now. Witchl, even though he's lost Anarchy. Scary thing is that he's now back on Clutch, going into the shield, but he's taking big damage already.
He is indeed. It is actually a really good situation for Rat. If he can get this rail, with the mega health gets picked up, that could be a good situation for Rat to get that champion off the cards and maybe tie things up.
Even after all of those rockets that Witchl took, look at how much health. He's still got more health and more armor than Rat. Clutch is not easy to kill whatsoever.
Let's not forget though, it is Anarchy when he gets low. If he's on point, he can pop that injection. At the same time, if he gets low armor, it's not going to matter at all. If he gets hit by a direct rocket or a rail, that's going to be all she wrote. Heavy armor there, you can tell the hesitation, not wanting to go straight for it, doesn't want to get shot, but Witchl on the other hand, runs straight for it.
He just ran in and snagged it up. Even after that rail, once again, he's got so much to work with at this stage. And that's going to get even bigger with the mega health down.
The patience, you can see the slowness. See Witchl moving very slowly now, just trying to make the most of that passive and also not be too loud. So you can just hear, as soon as he starts running normally, just how loud those footsteps are.
Oh, here comes Witchl though, he's going straight in. He's still got loads of health.
Wow.
Not anymore. That hurt.
No, he just picked up the heavy armor. Wow. Rat is able to just delete him completely. Mega health gets picked up straight away. Sorlag now trying to make this one champion comeback. Definitely quite difficult though. Rat's fully stacked up.
Coleman, a respawn, does land one rocket. Being very careful. He knows Witchl's going to have that acid spray. Does not want to eat any of it. Especially seeing as he's got that advantage currently. Oh, 100 damage rocket. That's definitely a good start. None of the acid connects. He does get the heavy armor though. Witchl being very careful. Wonder if he's going to wait for the teleport follow-up.
I'm sure Witchl doesn't seem to be following him just yet. He's still very much down at the bottom.
See why Rat needs to play careful. He needs this round. If Witchl wins this round, he's going to move on. Rat will be eliminated from the tournament. Much slower. Change of pace at the moment. It's been very explosive, very fast pace. But right now, Rat has slowed it down.
Oh, but he hits that rail. Rat already taken down to low amounts, but armor's going to keep him alive, so he can take another rail now.
Doesn't quite get the rocket, but he does land the second. Witchl being very aggressive. Getting that one moment to lock him down, take those guaranteed rockets. Gets a good spawn on the Sorlag with the teleporter to get out of harm's way temporarily. Witchl looking at lots of armor, and he's now looking at even more with that heavy armor pickup.
Now, all of a sudden, despite Witchl being down on champions, he finds himself in a good position to take out Rat, though, because look at just how much health and armor he has over Rat at the moment. Rat kind of confined to this little side room at the moment, trying to get himself through.
Well, this next fight, oh, hang on, Witchl going in the rocket jump to be as fast as possible, but doesn't get a huge amount. However, does get the acid on deck, but it's Sorlag mirrors. Acid doesn't do anything.
Seems that armor particularly is going to be quite a crucial matchup changer here, though, just because of how much you can mitigate if you do have that stocked up. So you've got the heavy armor. The 1 minute warning, though, if Rat wants to play lame for a minute, just try and run that clock, he can. But Witchl, we've already seen how aggressive he is willing to get, so he is going to chase you into the ends of the earth.
He's caught him. He's found him. Who's going to win the fight? He does manage to win the fight. It's 1-1. Witchl put a lot of resources into that, but you just said how important armor is. Witchl had way more armor than Rat, and because of it, that rocket exchange was in his favor.
Now, just as we've been talking about, that heavy armor and mega health are both on the way of coming up. Now, if Witchl wins this match, he is going to be moving on ahead of the tournament, and Rat is eliminated. This was a full comeback. He had to kill all 3 champions with just his Sorlag, and he is starting to just start this comeback. And maintain it. Gets hit by a rail, but look, he has all that health and armor. He does not care. Very much still alive, and Rat finds himself again massively down on health and armor just because of that champion match. If he gets caught point blank, he's just going to get melted. Oh, had to do it because that acid was going to come out strong.
Doesn't use it overly aggressively. I mean, bear in mind that you mentioned a 3 champion comeback. We're now in sudden death at the last minute. 3 seconds into sudden death. He catches him off guard with that rocket. And how many 100 rockets did Witchl hit? His rockets in this entire series were so on point.